Hey, what's up everyone, it's me Jordan and welcome to the video, and today I'm going to be reviewing They Shall Not Pass for Battlefield 1. They Shall Not Pass is the first of 4 DLCs to be released for Battlefield 1. The premium players have already had 1 week early access to this DLC. On March 28th, this will be available to purchase separately alone for anyone else who doesn't have premium. So in this video I'm just going to give you guys my thoughts. If you haven't got it, if you're planning on purchasing premium or the DLC separately, I'll let you know if I think it's worth buying or not. So this DLC introduces the French army, new maps, new primary weapons, new melee weapons, an elite class, 1 new tank, 1 new behemoth, 1 new stationary weapon, 1 game mode, and new skins. The 4 maps are Verdun Heights, Fort de Vaux, Rupture, and Soissons. Me personally, I like Soissons the best for Conquest. I like the whole layout of it. It seems quite laid out, well balanced, and well fleshed out, I feel. Kind of got a little bit of St. Quentin Scar feel, which is what I really like because that's my favourite map in the vanilla maps. And all of the maps kind of have their own unique look. You know, you've got Verdun Heights, which is like in the trenches where there's a forest on fire around you. There's Rupture, which has got the poppies in the field and it looks really nice. And then there's Fort de Vaux, which is pretty much just chaos. So Conquest, I think, across all 4 of the maps is very good. I think all 4 maps play really well for Conquest. There are a few complaints, like in Rupture, that the German side have a little bit more of an advantage because they're closer to points than the French army are. But all in all, I think Conquest is very good for the 4 maps. Operations, unfortunately, isn't quite as good. They are Beyond the Marne, which is Soissons and Rupture, and there's Devil's Anvil, which is Verdun Heights and Fort de Vaux. Devil's Anvil is alright. There are a few complaints on the Verdun Heights operations where they're complaining about the final sector being too hard to attack because the defenders have got higher ground, which could be a legitimate complaint, but I've won a few games on there. It is a complaint. It's not impossible, but at the same time it's not very easy at all. However, Beyond the Marne, Soissons and Rupture are not at all very fun. As long as you're the attackers, you will be happy, I'm sure, but if you're defending, you will not have a good time, because on Soissons in particular, the attackers get 3 tanks at the very beginning, and the defenders get 1. The more sectors you take, the more vehicles you get to spawn in, so eventually, if you capture the second sector, you will get 2 more tanks as attackers, so eventually you could have 5 tanks going at it. But some players like it, some players like this kind of vehicle warfare, but at the same time it doesn't really help because the defenders don't get enough stuff to defend, which makes it fair. And on top of that as well, if you manage to successfully defend 1 battalion, then they'll get a behemoth, the attackers, and so they could possibly have like 5 tanks plus 1 behemoth coming at you, so it isn't quite as balanced, I think. But Devil's Anvil is quite good. That's like all infantry play based, so Devil's Anvil, if you like a lot of infantry combat, then you will really enjoy that operations. The new game mode Frontlines is, well, it's fun for a while, I'd say, but it can, put it in short, go on for a long time. I actually had 1 game that went on for 2 hours and 15 minutes, and I took a screenshot and actually posted it on Twitter and Google+, and there were so many funny reactions coming around from everyone, so that was quite fun. It was a bit of torture though. The only complaint I can have about this game mode is that maybe the attacker should get a little bit more tickets. They only get 40 tickets every time, so especially like when there's only 1 MCOM to destroy, so the whole enemy team is going to be like defending it all around, and usually they will put like a tank or something like that in front of it, so it's harder to get. So maybe the attacker should get a little bit more, maybe like 60, 75 maybe. But on the other hand, I know a lot of players will appreciate the fact that it might go on for a very long time because they love ranking up faster, grinding for perhaps new weapon assignments. To be honest, I don't care if it does or doesn't. It's kind of fine the way it is, but I can understand why people would want it to change. The new elite class, which is the Trench Raider, I think is actually quite good. I think he's well balanced. I don't think at all he's OP, and you have to play smart to be successful with him. Don't like just run into like an open with 10 guys, because to be honest, if you run into about 3 guys who are all looking at you and shooting at you at the same time, you will probably die. The new behemoth, the Char 2C, kind of is only fun if you've got a good driver. And I'll say this, it's 10 times more fun being the driver than being the gunner, because the gunners are essentially just the same guns that you have on the other tank, like the new assault tank. So if you're not on the driver's seat, you're not really experiencing how amazing it is, but it's still pretty powerful and packs a punch. It's only good if you have a good driver. If you don't have a good driver, you're probably going to have a miserable time in there. Now, also, I'm very happy that they've brought in weapon assignments, not like actually just spending warbounds on the new weapons that you can get in the game. You've actually got like challenges to complete, assignments to complete to actually unlock these weapons, which I really appreciate. I was kind of scared that they would just maybe like make them like 800 warbounds or something like that, but thankfully they've given us assignments to do. Even if they are really repetitive and annoying, I still appreciate it. Especially the ribeye roll, like those 20 headshots with that MP18 optical was just torture. So the new weapons, I cannot choose out of the two weapons, but the ribeye rolls and the shosha are my favourite two weapons that they've added. And all the weapons feel really good. I think they all kind of have their own unique feel. Like the new RSC medic rifle has got like that nice reload. The new sniper rifle, the Labelle model, is quite good as well. Except for the reload, it's a very nice feeling sniper rifle. I like the sound of it, it feels like it's a sniper rifle, and I like the bolt animation it does as well. Now, this is just the final thing I want to say to you. If you are planning on buying this, or if you're just watching this to try and get an idea if you want to buy it or not, then what I'll say to you is that if you feel patient enough, then don't buy this until either it's sold separately or until the other DLCs come out, because what you're kind of seeing on screen right now is as fun as it looks, but you will probably enjoy this for maybe 2 weeks at max, and then you'll play the crap out of them, and you'll pretty much just feel like they're just other maps then. So what I'll say to you is that if you really want to get this, then go for it, because it is really fun. But if you want to wait for the other DLCs to drop, or just to wait for this to be sold separately, then yes, that's a very sensible option. Paying for DLC in games really must not continue for much longer, especially for a game like Battlefield 1, where this game desperately needed new content, and the only people that are going to get that new content are people that are willing to spend more money on the game. Anyway, that's my video. Thank you guys for watching. Tell me your thoughts in the comments if you're going to buy this, or if you have bought it, tell me your thoughts as well. And I'll see you guys all again soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye.